Hey yo, what's up, Joey? This is Bly Malone.
Bly Malone.
Yeah, I'm Frank Stallone and Sylvester Stallone's stunt double.
Oh,
But mostly just Frank's.
what's wrong with
I don't know,
I wonder if they all do talk like that.
Who's that? The Stallone family?
Yeah, the Stallone family. I mean, we've actually seen many, many, many movies with Frank Stallone. He doesn't talk like that.
Joey! I'm doing the lip. He's got that great
See,
lip.
this is why we need to do our podcast on video so people can see.
No, they don't want to see this face.
No, they do. They do want to see it.
Just another movie night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. We are Just Another Movie Night, and I am Scott.
And I'm Joe.
And we're doing before and after reviews where we go see a brand new movie in the theater and give our thoughts before and after. Spoiler free, of course. And today we are seeing The Expendables.
4? Are we on 4? Yeah, we're on
This
4.
is movie 4.
All right.
So I guess my question to you is, how do you feel about the franchise so far?
I kind of dig it. I mean, it's fun. I love seeing all the action stars, and I do love Sylvester Stallone. I do love Jason Statham. I'm happy with this franchise. I like it. It's fun.
I mean, it's a purely nostalgic franchise.
Of course.
Based off your nostalgia of old action heroes. And I think at this point they've kind of done it all.
I think so. I think they have, but this time they added in the super duper ultimate sex appeal. Megan Fox with her sexing up the screen and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ego.
Oh, well.
I didn't think you were going to say Megan Fox for all that.
Well, he doesn't emanate sex appeal.
Oh, I thought you
mean-
were going to be like, that's my guy.
I mean, he is my guy. I love him. I think he's very handsome. But
Yeah,
I don't. He doesn't emanate like, he's not going to walk in and just lick up the scenery.
I think part 2, it already did everything you wanted. Everybody's in part 2, right? And it's like, where else can you go? There's only so many heroes you can bring in, so many actors. And they keep doing this weird thing where they keep bringing in kids.
What do you mean by kids now? What do you mean by
Well,
that?
in one of them they had a Hemsworth. It wasn't even Chris. It was
It was Liam, right?
Liam. Then they go, oh, we got the new generation. So they had Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey. Is that her name?
Ronda.
Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
I felt like I said her name twice there. It was weird. Ronda. Rousey. So anyways,
Are you through?
Glenn Powell, I believe, was also in one of these movies, which is odd. He's the guy who was born to play Johnny Cage and is not playing Johnny Cage, which is odd. Really, really
Oh,
odd.
he's not in this one.
No, none of those characters came back. I believe they were all in 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this one
so.
seems like it's resetting. Now, you think this would be the perfect time to do what they really needed to do and put like more female action heroes? And instead of Mila Jovovich or
You're saying it wrong.
what did I say?
There's no S in her name. Jovovich.
Jovovich?
Forget it. Just move along. I can't take it. Move along.
Or Kate Beckinsale?
Okay, Kate Beckinsale, yeah. I don't think she can do this kind of stuff anymore.
It doesn't matter. None of these guys should be able to do
mean-
any of this anymore.
Well, not none of them. I mean,
All right, can we keep naming some people here? Sigourney Weaver,
oh,
Linda Hamilton,
yeah, they can.
Brian Thompson, Jesse Ventura. Is he alive? I don't know.
Okay, first of all, if Jesse Ventura is alive, he's about 80. What is wrong with you?
How old these guys are that old?
Linda Hamilton is not that old.
Sylvester Stallone is.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura is alive. and
Yeah.
he is 72. But now, okay, first of all, I don't know why 50 Cent is in this movie.
Yeah, this is what I'm getting
going
at. This
on?
this is what I was setting up here. I'm naming people that should be in this franchise that haven't been yet, right? And getting to that, who is in this film instead, which is really crazy to me.
Michelle Yeoh should be in this.
Yeah, I mean, anybody, Kelly Hu, some of the original wrestlers, you know,
Yeah.
some of the bigger,
Trying to think.
some of them already have been in it, so it's a little hard. Some of them have been villains,
Yeah.
I guess you can't get John Cena. I guess you can't get any more of the people that already appeared in the Fast and the Furious, but it's like Kurt Russell needed to be in one of these. It's so odd.
Yeah, what happened to Kurt Russell? Why
Well, Kurt
can't
Russell
he...
did Fast and the Furious instead.
Oh, yeah, poo.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. There is like a whole bunch of action stars that deserve to be in this franchise, and
Yeah,
then
I
instead
guess
of
you're
getting
right.
those people, we have these odd ones. And in this one in particular, like you said, Megan Fox,
I know. I don't know
Now-
what the hell she's doing in this.
especially taking over the role of Charisma Carpenter. I don't know if she's playing the same character, but Charisma Carpenter has been Jason Statham's girlfriend in each movie. And Charisma Carpenter was famous for being on Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I think that she had some acting chops, and she was in good shape. She could have done something if that's what they wanted to do.
What
But,
one was she in? The first one?
She was in all of them.
Oh yeah. So she was a girl named Lacey in that movie, and this one, Megan Fox is Gina.
So
He's got a new girl.
And he has a joke that he picks the wrong kind of girl because Charisma Carpenter was also playing a girl like that.
Well, in this movie, Megan Fox seems like, according to the trailer, she seems like, she's one of the assassin types.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So-
So, it's like, oh, he found another girl, but she's more like him. But they're just gonna do like that Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Oh, I hope they don't.
That's what it is. I mean, that's the selling point. It's an odd one to me. Yeah, and like you said, 50 Cent. That's an odd pick again.
Well,
That's a
this
weird
is
one.
what I feel like they did. Okay, I feel like they needed to have like a hot chick in this one because there was so much testosterone in the other ones that they just needed to add a hot chick. Now, Megan Fox, I'm sorry, you look at her and she screams out like, beautiful. She's sexy
Yeah, but why her?
because she's sexy. I mean, she's hot, and so they need to sex up the whole area because it's just guys, which is good for if you're a girl, because we all like Jason Statham. We all think he's pretty hot, but otherwise
There's
they
no
needed,
actor they could have found
but that's better
that's
or
like
hotter
action,
than her.
like an action person from
I mean-
recently, like anybody that's been in any action movies. She doesn't scream that kind of character to me. I know that, like you said, sex appeal, but it's an odd choice in a series that was, all about the nostalgia of the old hero, the Expendables. That's the whole bit.
Right. I don't
So
know
to have
why.
these young people, I don't even know the other couple women in here. Like it would have been great to have Palm.
Oh, Palm. Yeah, Palm
Someone
Clemente.
like that.
She's awesome. Or Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, I know she wouldn't have done it, but yeah,
That would have been great.
that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. That's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff that was needed. It's kind of a shame.
Oh, Rosario Dawson. She's a badass.
That's perfect. That's
Damn.
that's who should have been in this. Like it's stuff like that,
Whatever. But yeah, they threw her in for, to just spice up the place because there's just too much testosterone. That's what I think. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion. I don't know. I have to see it. I have to see how she does, how she, acts. But I gotta tell you, I mean, she's not a great actress. She's not.
Yeah, I mean, we're joking around about that, specifically because the Mortal Kombat video game just came out, and for some odd reason, she's one of the characters in the game. But we were playing the game, and we're like, "Oof, it's not good."
Not good at all. It's terrible, actually.
And she's hardly in it, so you're kind of like, "Why did they even do this in the first place?
yeah.
What was the advertising here? Like, I don't." It's a kind of an odd choice.
It is
and
an
so it's
odd
an odd
choice.
choice here too. But this is one of those movies that's just getting dumped out. Like the Meg 2, that's another Jason Statham movie.
Yeah.
That came out recently, and that wasn't really being advertised. It was only like a big preview. This movie hardly has any advertising.
I know. It's sad. I think it's going to be fun. My expectation of this is that it's just going to be nonstop action. And I know that Iko is playing a bad guy, so he's probably not going to make it long.
Yeah, that's the two things. Iko
However,
from the Raid and Tony Jaa are in this film. Those are
yeah,
the big hitters for me. But I know a lot of people might
same.
not even know who they are,
I mean, okay. I'm
which
going to
is a
say this
shame.
again. I have said this 785 times on the podcast. Watch The Raid and The Raid 2.
Yeah, go
They
watch The
are
Protector. I mean, you've got to watch
freaking
Ung Bak.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to watch these movies to see these two legends.
Yeah. I mean, he has not, I mean, he started to transition from Indonesia to American movies, but I mean, he's so freaking badass, and you have to see all of his movies. He's just to watch him on screen, he is badass. So I'm watching this movie for him because I just love him.
Yeah, and we're gonna see this because we like action movies and we like
Yeah.
these old stars, and we also love those new stars that we just mentioned.
Yeah,
That's
I
why we're
do.
seeing
I
it.
really do. I love Statham. I love Stallone. I really do. I've always loved Stallone. So I'm in this because I like the Expendables franchise. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun franchise. You don't really need a whole lot of, plot. It's just like, okay, that one where Chuck Norris walked out and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
it's
that's
great.
fucking rad, you
Yeah,
know?
that second one is insane. It's so over the top. Everybody appeared in it.
Yeah.
Like they had Wesley Snipes. They had some great people show up.
Yeah.
That,
It was
that
fun.
that's a lot of fun, and it's a shame that a lot of those people can't come back, and a lot of the originals are not coming back, like Jet Li and I don't know if Terry Crews is said to be dead
I don't
because in
know.
the third one I think he got wounded heavily, right?
Well, yeah, and if he is in this, it's a surprise because I don't think he's listed here on the
Yeah,
thing. But
it's odd, yeah,
I
that some of
don't
these
know.
people aren't around. But yeah, so here's my big question to you: is Stallone going to die in this movie? Is this going to be the last?
I think this is going to be it for Stallone. I think that he's getting on in years. I don't think he can keep this up. Although he's in peak physical shape. I mean, he looks amazing still.
Yeah, he's a marvel. That
He
he can
is.
do as much as he can do at his age, and all the things that he's done to his body and hurt himself.
I
It's kind of
know.
amazing.
But I think you're right. I think this is probably going to be it for him. I think he's going to leave all the heavy lifting to the younger guys.
And that's why I'm a little mad that it isn't somebody bigger. And that's why I'm also mad that Tony Jaa and Iko are not the good guys.
Well, maybe we'll get a surprise or something.
It
But
would have been
I
amazing
mean,
to have them be the new Expendables, like bring in the newer stars. By the way, even Nicolas Cage isn't in this series. Why isn't Nicolas Cage or John Travolta appeared?
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Fucking
know.
Christian Slater? What are they all doing? They could have been in this. They've all done action films. James Woods? Like,
James Woods, he's 108.
I'm just saying they could
But
have
he's not an
appeared.
action star. I will argue till the freaking cows come home.
I think he's in a. I can name some action movies.
Vampires? He's a trash heap.
Well, I just said Christian Slater, so I guess Cuffs came into my mind.
Jesus Christ. Oh no. I mean,
But they could have done.
wait,
Who are the
Christian
new?
did Gleaming the Cube. That is an action movie. Remember? They
Christian Slater's done
Christian
some
Slater
movies.
yeah, he's awesome. He's
He
done
did
some
Alone in
stuff.
the Dark. He did a bunch of trash,
Yeah.
but they're action films. I mean, even Guy Pearce. I mean, there's people out there who have done these movies. But I would have liked it more if it's the new school and it was people like Yosevich and Beckinsale and Iko and Ja. And like there's a new team of what the new Expendables are. Like who are the second generation of heroes.
Okay.
And then you have like Linda Hamilton as their handler, or something like that. You
That
know?
would be so amazing. I think if I saw Linda Hamilton and Sigourney Weaver in the movie together, I would just like.
Yeah, and you could
cry.
have had Jason Momoa. You
No,
know?
we don't want Jason Momoa.
I'm just saying he's kind of like he's playing a hero. He played Conan and stuff. I mean,
I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone likes looking at him, but
I'm
it's
just saying who's the new
Yeah.
generation of these sub-action stars that could have been in this series. They could have handed it off to a new bunch of the ones that are after them.
Shang-Chi, we like him.
Yeah, he's like newer and he hasn't been in a lot, which is
Yeah, but
shocking.
we like him. He's cool.
Oh, I love that guy. Yeah.
But anyway,
But you get what I'm
yeah,
saying,
I
and
get
that's
it.
why I'm like, whatever.
But I think this is it for Stallone. I think this is gonna be the last one. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna retire. That's what I think. I don't think they're gonna do that to him. I don't think they're gonna do that to his character. They like throw him away. I don't think so. I think he'll just retire and he'll be like, all right, I'm passing the torch. Also, Dolph Lundgren, he's very ill.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
not just in the movie, he's ill in real life. Like he's not gonna be able to do another one of these.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I thought he was doing better.
I read the last thing I read was that he's not doing well at all.
Oh, wow. I thought he was. I thought it was like a big upcome because I thought they were going to make that Creed spinoff with the his him and his son.
I think you were wishful thinking on
No,
that.
that's what they were talking about. That's why he was in the last Creed, but I don't know. That last Creed probably didn't do well. So,
Oh, okay.
anyways, what are you going to walk out with, you think?
Well, I think I'm gonna have fun either way. I'll say that I'll come out with. It's probably gonna be mediocre. So
Yeah, it's probably
I'm
gonna be a
probably
5.
gonna say it's a 5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be fun just to watch everybody, and even if I have 30 seconds of ego on the screen, I'm still happy. But
Yeah, it really should. If it's a fucking throwaway, if he's only in like 10, 20 minutes.
his name is on the fucking
I
poster.
agree. That's why I'm a little worried about it. Like, it's
I'm
so
so
odd.
excited and thrilled for him that his name is on the poster with Stallone and like all his, that's freaking amazing. But I'm hoping for the best here. I hope he ends up being a good guy. He doesn't die. But if he does, like maybe he'll go out like really badass, like eco style badass.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's go check this movie out.
On September 22nd,
Time for music.
we heard you
This is gonna be fun.
loud and clear. Please make Expendables 4 rated R. There better be violence and lots of it. I want all the blood and guts.
Fuck it.
First things first.
Holy shit. My mind is full of these brutal fantasies. Fantasies that will now become a hellish reality. That's a great idea. Well, I ain't playing no more. Hold on! You almost fucking killed me! You're welcome! Now that's what I'm talking about. Good to be back. Enjoy the show!
Expendables. Definitely rated R. In theaters September 22nd.
We're back and we just witnessed the death of the franchise of the Expendables.
Nipples.
Look, if you told me that this movie was a Kickstarter campaign to do another Expendables movie, I'd believe it. Because every henchman in this movie seemed like someone is relative.
Yeah.
Every henchman in this movie was just like a dude they found at a bar. Like, I would believe it was all the Kickstarters.
Said, hey, you want to be in a movie? Give us $1.
Kickstart this movie, and we'll put you in as fodder for the villains.
Oh my gosh.
Look, we said that we kind of enjoy these movies, and we in the before we said all the things that we needed to say about why we went to see this movie in the first place. But here we are, and it's such a double-edged sword because as some movies franchises go on, they get more and more expensive and bigger. This movie seems to have backtracked.
I feel the same way. I feel like this movie kind of went downhill.
It's just in all quality, kind of like backed up.
It did, yeah.
But okay, let's just get the good out of the way real quick. Tony Jaa is very good in this. Is
Tony
so
Jaa
much fun
is
in this
so
movie.
lovable.
He's
adorable.
so much fun in this film. He seems like he really loves doing what he was doing in this. And it was great to see him doing that kind of stuff. And it was also great to see him with Jason Statham. And Ego is also good as a villain in this. But his scenes are like, I don't know how to explain them. They're just kind of like your everyday villain character.
Mm-hmm.
No establishment really. He's just there to do stuff.
There's no establishment on him at all.
And he does and again, he is he's the villain. He gets a good fight, but it's still it's all about the director. And here, the directing is a little too close on fighting. It's a little too zoomy and a little too erratic in camera work that it doesn't really pick up some of these great moves. So it kind of seems like they're cheating. And you can't really tell if anything looks good or everything's just too wacky. But
you're right about the zoom in.
Yeah. Oh, it's too jarring.
But, you also, I mean, Ego is great to watch on screen no matter what. But he is a generic villain in this, but he also is dealing with a generic plot line. This plot line is like, oh, there's a bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, there's a bomb. We got to defuse it. Let's do it.
Yep.
I would also, just to finish with the positives, because, there's not... Look, some of the action's fun. Some of the chemistry is fun. I do enjoy, 50 Cent was funny in this. He does not given a lot, but he's not bad. There's also an actor in here who we believe is the son of another character from the franchise. I think that's what they say, anyways. He is very funny, too. I actually really liked him, too. Those are all interesting. Again, I also think John... Is that his name? The MMA fighter. That's one of the main characters.
Oh, isn't his name Randy Couture?
Randy Couture. Thank you. I could not. I just completely went blank. But he's also great. I like him. That old school brings some fun to it, and they're fun to watch. But this movie really doesn't give a shit, because this is literally just Jason Statham's movie. He is the focal point. The movie follows him completely, and I will say, he is fun to watch.
I think that he carries this movie, and I think he does a great job at it. He's very... he's exciting to watch. He's funny.
He's funny.
He's a good fighter. He's a good action star. He's really a good action star.
There's a reason that he can carry a film. He's so likable and he's so much fun. But this doesn't feel like an Expendables movie.
No, it doesn't.
This felt like its own thing.
Yeah, it was it was a generic, like I said, generic all around.
This should have been called Christmas Comes Early.
Oh, I see what you did, because Megan Fox.
What?
Oh, never mind. Ooh, I'm being dirty. Oh.
The character's name is Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas Comes Early. I thought you were trying to do like a play on words. Never mind. I'll see myself.
I mean, that is really dirty. I mean, that is like... Well,
I thought that you were making a joke.
I mean, I was making a joke, but I wasn't actually thinking about like a sex joke.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But you know what? There's a perfect segue into the problems.
I'll be over here if you need me.
I'm trying to segue here.
Okay, sorry.
Get back on here.
I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
The merry-go-round has picked you back up. We're back on track. So, on to the negatives. Perfect segue. What is going on with Megan Fox?
She looks like Kim Kardashian.
This is where it's going to be talking trash. Let's just say.
We're not going to spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's just segue into Megan Fox. I don't know if it's the plastic surgery, but she cannot do faces of any kind. Every face seems to be the face that she has. So it's like in the scene where it should be tense or there should be problems or it should be worry or panic, she's just doing sexy face.
That's what I told you. She's just sexing up the screen. That's what I told you before.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Joe, I mean, it's a no whole level. It's on an whole new realm
She could be
of
saying,
acting.
I'm going to slit your throat.
Yep.
But she can be saying it with a sexy face and her lips all puckered. Like, she doesn't know how to emote. Like, there's no, like, emotion coming off her face. She's
Nothing.
just dry.
Absolutely nothing.
It's just
and I will say,
so bad.
they don't do her any service in this film.
No.
The first moment you see her, she's obnoxious.
Yep.
She's legit just screaming
Yep.
at another character. And then she's supposed to be a badass.
Yeah.
And then she never does much badass stuff except for the Black Widow routine,
Okay.
which is one shot.
Can we talk about that? I am so
Sick
sick
of
it.
the Black Widow
Like,
routine.
the whole,
Yeah, I'm
like,
getting sick of it too.
You know, putting your legs around someone's neck and flinging
And
around.
flying around till they flip
you're,
them
like,
over.
Literally flying around. Like, it looks so bad. It's like, come on. And first of all, like, they when I tell you that this woman, I feel kind of bad for her as an actress because she's literally stuck in that sex appeal thing. She can't get out of it. No one's going to take her seriously as an actress. She did it in Transformers. She did it in Jennifer's Body.
Transformers is still when she was before all this.
Yeah, but she still was a piece of hot ass. That's what basically she was.
I think
playing
that she.
in that.
I actually think she was a little more likable in that movie because she felt like more of a real person. But now she seems like she's made of wax. Like in scenes, you see the pores on Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone, and then they show her in the same shot, and it looks like they glossed over the entire image.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like
so
she's
odd and fake that
adult.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah, it looked really weird. She didn't
And-
have a single, and I know that like makeup can do a lot for people, but
Oh,
not a
shit.
single bump,
Pore.
not a bump, not a blemish, not you can't even see like a pore, there's nothing. It's completely smooth face, perfect lips, perfect makeup, and she goes through some shit in this movie where I'm sorry, but
Oh, yeah.
there's no way you're looking like that, and she's wearing like snakeskin.
Let's get to that. Thank you.
Roll up pants.
I gotta talk about that. There's another. So she is in the Expendables, right? That's not a spoiler. She has another female in the Expendables team. That woman actually has gear on her. Mm-hmm. She actually looks like she's a soldier. Like she has the soldier pants on. She might have a smaller shirt, but she has like all kinds of weapons on her. Megan Fox, on the other hand, has a belly shirt and tight leather pants.
Like they're not
looks like fruit
leather.
roll-ups.
They're not leather at all. They are like vinyl and they're stuck on her body. And there's no way that she's flipping around like Black Widow and those pants are going to stay intact.
Yeah. And
It's
in fact, when she
so
was flipping
absurd.
around like Black Widow, I think the pants changed.
I feel like they did too.
Because I do not remember those leather pants on, the shiny leather pants that are in other shots.
Yeah, she was definitely wearing
And did
those,
you
but her
catch-
stunt double wasn't.
Yeah, probably. Did you catch also the ADR, the audio at one point couldn't not pick up her stretch, like the pants moving?
Yes, it was
I heard it once. I was like, yes. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. Yeah, they can't
was
even get it
too
all
much.
out because
It
it's too much. Yeah, and it's crazy because they could have done her so much service as a character, making her a badass with like her own kind of weapon, her own kind of fighting style, why she is in this team, what makes her special. We don't ever get that. And when she goes into a mission after fucking parachuting in from the mission, her hair is still down. During fights, her hair is perfect.
She looks
it can't be
perfect.
moved. It
Yeah.
can't be touched. She doesn't even put it up for doing shooting.
Yeah.
There's like all you had to do was make it so this person looks like a fighter or
Right.
some kind of soldier, and give her a character of any kind. Do something to make this character make sense in the scenes in this movie, because it does not.
Yes, but that's also the same for 50 Cent. The other girl that's in this, I
They
don't
gave
know.
them personalities.
I mean,
They got personalities. Well, they go, this one girl's named Lash. Why is she called Lash? Well, we're going to find out. She's got a chain whip weapon. Okay, at least there's something. That's this character. And then she has a connection to another character with joking around. And then 50 Cent is like, I'm the new guy in the thing, and I say like harsh shit, and other people are mad at me. So later on, that'll come back as like a team up. There's connection and
Yes,
story.
there might be connections with the other characters on some of these, but there's no background. We don't know who 50 Cent even is. We don't know
kinda
this
mention
girl
it in the opening, that's
literally shows up in this group. She shows up there. Nobody knows who she is at all. Like she just shows up there. It's like the next scene is they're on a plane and she's there. It's like what is this? Who is this person?
That's the thing. There's a roster. They have people that they can bring in. What I'm saying is, Megan Fox is a more important character, and she's not given any of that. The only connection she has, the only arc she has, is that she's attached to Jason Statham. That's it.
That's it. But you know what? I'm sorry. Other than the sex part, like, do you
That's
feel
it.
anything with them at
No,
all? No, there's
it's-
nothing. It's just
None of it works
and-
whatsoever.
I mean, this woman, I do feel bad for her. She's stuck.
She's stuck in this.
And she knows it because she felt that she had to go out and get plastic surgery and, do all that shit to her body and stuff when she was beautiful before. It's like, why do you have to do this to yourself? Like, you just look like every other girl now.
Yeah.
It's like every other girl with the same hair, the poofed up Kylie Jenner lips or whoever that broad is. And then, they all have the same shit. It's like, stop with yourself. Like, you were beautiful before. You're beautiful.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing. But I just want to know why she was casted. Like, I don't know why her. It's so baffling.
I told you. It's like, that's
Beyond
why.
that,
She's brought in for the eye candy. She really is.
it's weird because I don't know who's eye candy. I don't know. Like, she's not famous enough. Like,
But
people
she's
know who she
still-
is, but
she's
no one's
still
seeing
so
her
beautiful.
movies for her.
No, but she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She has huge boobs and she's skinny and she's got a beautiful
A lot of
face.
people don't like all this plastic surgery stuff. Like that. That's just how it is.
I understand that, but
It's
she's
just-
still a beautiful girl. I mean, even though she's
Sure,
had her
but
lips plumped out.
It doesn't matter when there's nothing there to draw someone in.
It's true. She really just has one look on her face the whole time.
It's unfortunate. It's
And
one of the
it
most
is.
shockingly weird things I was watching during this movie. I could not stop staring at it. Beyond that, I also could not stop staring at the CG,
Oh God.
which I wouldn't
yeah.
even call CG. I would call
No,
bad
it was
green screening.
screen. Yeah.
It was just really, really cheesy environments. At one point, the characters are fighting on what seems to be. I'm a little confused about what the hell was going on here. It seemed to be like some kind of oil rig tanker type thing, but then the next shot, it seemed to be an aircraft carrier because there are some kind of wooden planes on this thing.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening. I really don't. There was choppers landing on it, but then it was like there were shipping containers there. So at one point there was shipping containers, and then the next point there was like a helicopter landing. And I'm like, where are they landing? There's shipping containers everywhere. What is going on here?
There's motorcycles. There's motorcycles on for some reason on some kind of tanker.
Yeah.
This whole
It
so much of
makes
this movie
no
was like,
sense.
what the fuck? What's happening? It's odd because it does juggle that line of fun while also being so ridiculously over the top and cheesy.
Yeah, it was.
And I will also say that for a fan of the franchise of the last three movies and you want to see all those old stars together and all the action and all that stuff with these you're going to be disappointed.
Yes.
Just going to get that out there right there. You're going to be extremely disappointed because in this movie, everybody's virtually sidelined or like kind of knocked down to a joke. Randy Couture is talking about his ear throughout. That's his thing in this movie. That's it. Dolph Lundgren is just
Well, he stopped drinking, so
he's just like
he can't he's not a sharpshooter anymore when he's not drinking.
he's like
So-
his joke is just that he's an old man.
Yeah, he's an
He
old
can't
man.
see well. And like it's kind of sad. Everybody's like kind of sad. But it is a very, very strange movie.
It is. I gotta tell you, I really, aside from Jason Statham and Iko and Tony Jaa, those three, I couldn't care less about this movie.
I didn't mind all the characters. There was a lot of fun little bits. There's some jokes back and forth that are fun. There's those elements are there of why there was four of these. There's elements there that definitely are fun.
Of course.
But it's stuck in a very extremely generic movie
It's very generic.
with very little substance. And if you thought that there was no like physics or logic before, it's completely out the window this
Oh,
time
God,
around.
yeah, they're just-
People are doing
it's crazy.
insanely stupid shit, and you're not allowed to think about it, but it's impossible not to.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Statham flying through the air on a motorcycle for 30 minutes. I mean,
that
that was
part.
just... I was like, what is this, The Fast and the Furious? Only Dom can do this.
Even characters that had motivations from before, their motivations are completely gone. It's just like the lore that was set up, like we have a plane and I love this plane. Now in this movie, whatever. Everything about it is, even characters' motivations in its own movie get thrown out at one point. It's very strange.
It is.
And so, even the main plot, there's a part in the plot I have to question because I don't even think I understand it. And that's the kind of movie we're in.
Yeah, I think that I'm thinking the same thing as you. So we'll talk about that after. But
Yeah. So, I mean, what are you going to give this one?
I'm going to say it's just generic, like I thought. It's a 5.
Yeah, I'm bordering on a 4, but I think we're going to go 5 because I still managed to have fun with how stupid it was.
Yeah, I had fun too.
It is close to being a 4.
It didn't, there's nothing in it that bothered me to the point where I was like, oh, come on, this is a 4. You know, like, I mean, yes, there was no point for Megan Fox to even be in this other than just be, you know, the beauty behind all the brawn. But I feel as though, you know, even like the villain, I mean, the whole storyline was kind of just blah. But I did have fun watching Jason Statham and Tony Jaa and Iko fighting, and I did like that. So
Yeah, it wasn't enough, but yeah.
it wasn't enough. And you're right about the close-ups on the fighting, but I will say I didn't hate this movie. I didn't hate it. So it was generic. It was 5. It's a 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seriously considering a 4, but right now I'm just going to stick with the 5. Just so you know, it's middling. It's if I saw this movie again, I know I'm going to pick the shit out of it. I know I'm going to be like, wow, this movie's really stupid. Because our first reactions were right out of the movie theater. So you're always going to be,
I walked out.
extremely more. I think we're more positive. Even though when we're like trashing, I mean, that's our favorite thing. We're always so much more positive after the movie, like a little more forgiving usually. And I feel like if you gave it tomorrow on a day of thought, I think we would definitely knock this down. But for now, let's stick with our 5s.
It was.
And say it's a
fun.
decent watch. And I will also say this: we saw this with the Regal Pass. We get to see movies with the Regal Pass, so we get to see any movies we want for a certain price. We pay one price a month, and we get to see unlimited.
By the way, they're not paying us to say that.
Yeah, fuck. I just want to explain
What's
to
a
people.
sponsor?
I just want to explain to people. Yeah, fucking no. I just want to explain to people that if I was paying close to $15 a ticket, I think I might be a little more low on this.
No, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. What for people who are going to pay to go see this movie? Yeah, I think you probably won't enjoy it.
yeah, I don't know. It's rough. There was a lot of good action in it, but it was just not great. It's not great. It was mediocre, and that's all I gotta say. That's it.
All right, let's go to sleep. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one.
Coming with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't invited.
Oh,